Now, what are the impacts that a dissertation can make? As I said earlier, the impact that a research can make is vast when it comes to academic purposes. The kind of impact that a research can make is wider and deeper in academic aspects. For example, the invention of a cathode ray tubes, as I said earlier in the example of Thomas Alva Edison, was quite instrumental. It was quite instrumental in making two things possible in this world: televisions and computer screens. So the present day generation may be more familiar with the flat and wall mount systems screens, but in the olden days we had a long box kind monitors available. Even television sets also used to be a bit box type of thing, because those screens were made up of this particular thing called cathode ray tubes, CRT. That particular thing was developed just because of one particular point noticed but ignored by Thomas Alva Edison, that electricity can pass through vacuum. So that particular point was caught by the other experts who followed him. Edison identified it and left it in 1879, and the cathode ray tube was developed in 1897. So the scope it creates for the academic purpose is wider in every subject. Every subject. The same can be done as far as the subjects of law is concerned also. For example, SEBI or any kind of law that is brought for the control and legalization of financial transactions and all these kinds of things. When each and everything gets settled, there comes a new thing called Bitcoin. Bitcoin. How that has to be controlled. The kind of research that we do, there have been some other kinds of coins also before this Bitcoin emerged in different parts of the world. But most of them just came and vanished. But Bitcoin has a different story. So how that has to be considered within the economic aspect of a country, and how the legal resources that we have can be brought in to control that particular system without negatively affecting our economy. The research that we does on that particular thing should be able to bring a positive control over the usage of Bitcoins as well, because of late there had been n number of stories where people started investing in Bitcoins and end up losing lots of money. It is being misused. So how we can legally control it so that people will have benefits over the usage of those things also. So the academic scope that dissertation or kinds of researches bring forth is very important. It adds new dimension to the knowledge related to the subject, or sometimes it can bring and add new knowledge itself, not dimensions. New knowledge also can be brought and added. That is one. The other is in the field of profession. When you do a research deep enough in a particular subject, in a particular area, we become an expert in that particular field itself. For example, in medicine, when we check, we can find experts in each and everything. Each and everything. Some doctors are specializing only on the joints, finger joints, whereas some other doctors are focusing mostly on the knee joints. Every part is being specialized. So such an in-depth knowledge that we gain in a particular subject will definitely help us in our professional life. Third is the personal life as well. We may have identified one particular problem or research question. Somebody else may identify some different aspect related to that in some other part of the country. They may find some kind of an influence from the kind of a research that we do, and they may approach us in such a way that they can do their research more qualitatively. Sometimes it can open some new dimensions which we might have forgotten or neglected in our research also. So every research that we do as a part of a thesis or a dissertation basically opens up new arenas in the academic aspects, professional aspects, and personal aspects. As we go up in the education ladder, the kind of subject that we learn, the vastness of the subject may reduce, but the depth and intensity increases. From schooling still our doctoral studies like a PhD, the entire education system is designed in such a way as we grow, as we go up in the ladder, the depth increases, the vastness of the subject area that we concentrate on also increases. There, every student should develop this particular quality of independent research. Until then, we may be depending on some kinds of research or kinds of inventions or kinds of studies done by somebody else. But as we grow our own knowledge in a particular area, we have to develop these particular kinds of skills where we should be able to do a research on a particular topic by ourselves. So, this is basically the reason by which dissertation is included in the academic program of many of the courses. So this is about understanding dissertation and the scope of dissertation. Thank you.